Hey! no, no, this won't do it. This is not a good intro. I'll try a new one next week. Anyway, let's move on. I hope you guys are all doing good. Today, I want to talk about three things. The first one is an amazing party I went to where I met a girl. The second one is my first job in the field I love, which is computer science, starting next Monday, the September the 1st of 2025. And finally, the third thing is a YouTube channel I discovered this week and binge watched in a weekend. We'll talk about it later. Let's dive in the party. So last weekend, a very good friend of mine had organized her 20 years old birthday party where she invited all her friends from childhood, high school, all her family, really everyone. I didn't know probably 90% of the people there, so I really just met a lot of people at the time. I was one of the first invitees to get there because I arrived very early to help them with the preparation and everything. But soon people were starting to arrive. Someone started the music and the party began. There were games ready and planned for the party, and it was very well organized, and the party was amazing just for that because we were not gonna be bored during the whole party. Some things were planned and really ready to be played, and it was amazing. It was not just a party to get drunk and have fun in a club or anything. It was really a celebration of her birthday. Then the dinner arrived. We all sat down at the seat associated to our name, and I was just in between two groups of friends. The one on my right was the one she made at our university, so I knew them kind of well, but not that much. And the one on my left was the one she made in high school, who I didn't know at all. They were all girls and very funny, who were discussing and laughing really easily. It wasn't hard at all, and it was actually great. The discussion was really interesting. It wasn't just presentation and things like this. We were talking about things really interesting. And I kind of felt like one girl, the one in front of me and in a red jumpsuit, was trying to catch my attention. It kind of worked as I'm talking about it right now. But I was really thinking she was trying to catch my attention and make eye contact. You know what I mean? Several times I felt like she was looking at me, but not just going vaguely from a face to face. She was really staring at me for a second or two. I don't know if I'm just being paranoid or if it's really a thing, but I feel like she was really looking at me. And sometimes I would catch up with her eyes, we would look at each other for a second, something like this, and then look away, which was feeling like flirting at the time, but not big flirt. Just the beginning, a flirt a little bit shy, you know what I mean? And it's actually so funny because I feel like I'm a teenager describing a thing like this, but that's that's exactly how it felt like. This is how I lived it. And to be honest, she was quite attractive, really interesting. I knew that honestly nothing will happen tonight because I don't want anything. But it was kind of exciting to feel this tension again after almost 4 years of being in a couple where it's kind of a routine and you're not trying to you don't have the flirting because you're quite sure she's attracted to you and you are attracted to her, so there is not the flirt that there was at this party. And so yeah, the dinner went very well and the meal was great. Obviously the videos and all the activities organized during the meal were really awesome. And at the end, after the birthday cake, the song and everything, it was time for the dance floor. And this is the moment where I'm not feeling comfortable at all. Because everyone is having fun, dancing, laughing, and just having a good time. And I never really like dancing in public. I often dance when I'm alone after my shower or things like this, but that's it. Basically, that's it. So, as I always did in the previous party, I found something else to do. Playing chess, talking with someone outside, and if I really have nothing to do, just standing still, looking at the others dancing, and just doing, like waiting for going back to sleep, something like this. And that's the exact moment where the girl in the red jumpsuit arrived around me, took my arms with her hands, and told me, "Stop acting like a bodyguard and come dancing." Which, now that I think about it, really looks like a flirting move, but I didn't see it like this when it happened. I was way more worried about like people laughing at me if I started dancing. And I feel like we're really getting deep in this. I think I never told this to anyone. Maybe one or two people. So okay, if you and me were meeting and spending some time together, you will feel like I'm someone who doesn't care at all about others' opinions. I'm doing unconventional things for someone of my age, like waking up at 4 a.m., hosting a podcast, not drinking alcohol, this kind of thing. And I do it because I want to. Like, I want to do it, and no matter what people can say or think about me, I just want to do it, so I do. But for some specific subjects, which dancing is part of, I'm freaking worried about what people can say or think about me. And I honestly don't know why. I'm just getting like really anxious about doing something bad or humiliating myself or really anything. And it blocks me. Like, at the moment, I'm really feeling like I don't want to move. And when I'm alone, as I said, I'm dancing with no problem. I love it, and it makes me feel so good. So like, I don't understand why when there's someone, and it can be anyone, I'm just feeling blocked. Like even someone which I'm really, really close to, which can be like my best friend or my ex girlfriend, where she was my like the closest person I have had. I was feeling blocked. So when this girl in the red jumpsuit came to me, took my arm and said, "Stop acting like a bodyguard and come dancing." First, I reacted as usually, saying, "No, I don't dance," and trying to like, escape from her. But she kept holding one of my arm, and pulled me a bit to the dance floor. And at this exact moment, I remembered all the times I felt like I was feeling good enough in my body and with the people around me to go dancing, but didn't, only because like I was feeling weak or I wasn't ready or this kind of stuff. And I also remembered how I was looking at a guy who was an introvert like me but was dancing sometimes, vibing with others and stuff like that. And I was looking at that guy as the ultimate version of myself. Like a version where I'm feeling confident enough to dance, vibe, and have fun with others without neglecting myself. Because I'm dancing when I'm alone. Why not dancing when there are others people? It doesn't matter, in fact. And so, with that in mind, and the girl I'm attracted to at the moment, putting my arm to the dance floor, I started to resist less to the girl, and I followed her. I followed her to the dance floor, and I started dancing as I'm usually doing in my bathroom. And surprisingly, no one laughed, and no one humiliated me. Like it was really good. Everyone was smiling, having fun, feeling good, without caring about me at all. And so I was. So the funny thing about this is that when my like 2 years old friend saw me dancing, she went to me like with a shocking face and smiled to me like, "No way, Maxime, you're dancing. What's happening to you?" Just being like, "That's impossible in my mind. There's a problem." But she was like laughing about it. It wasn't bad or bullying. It was really funny and just a joke. And this really helped me being like, all right, it's okay. Everyone, even the people I know that I don't dance much, are having fun with that, and it's an okay thing to do it. So like, for the rest of the party, I went dancing anytime I wanted, and it felt amazing. Honestly, I'm really happy because like, I feel like it unlocked something in me. I feel like I will have like for the next times I will dance and I will have great times, really like as if something clicked in me, just to need a little button that was pushed, and now it's good for the rest of my life. So yeah, I'm feeling great, and this is a big part of why this party was amazing, to be honest. And I don't know if I went dancing because it was this attractive girl that pulled me on the dance floor, or because I wanted to dance and I just needed like a bit of a push, you know what I mean? But I did it anyway, and I'm really happy with that. I'm really, really happy with that. So the party was amazing. I went to sleep at like 5 and slept for an hour and a half, but it was amazing. I'm in holidays, it's okay. Let's move on to the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is my next job. So, starting next Monday, I will work for a company as a web developer in a work study program with my university. This program is organized this way. I will work at the company for, let's see, 2 or 3 weeks. Then I will go to university for 3 weeks, something like this. Then back at the company and back at the university, etc. etc. This way, I will get paid as being as working at the company, and I will keep learning so that the company will have a web developer if they want at the end of my studies, and I'm having money and real experience from a real job. So it's a win-win situation. And this program will be at least 1 year long until next August, which is like literally a year. And I'm really, really happy with that because one, web development is what I love doing and what I'm doing on my own already. And two, because what I will learn there is very different from what I'm doing on my own. Like I will just learn a lot. Let me compare this to building a house so that you can understand what I'm saying. Let's say that on my own I'm building houses with rock and cement, and I'm doing this alone, alright? And in the company, I will learn how to build houses with wood, which is another material, and in a team of 3 or 4, something like this. So I'm basically doing the same thing, building houses, but the material is different, and the organization is different. So I will just like expand my knowledge on the fact of building houses with different materials and different way of doing things. Finally, so as I said, I will get paid during the year, so I will be able to put money on the side during the year. So I will be able to have like some money on the side to have projects and things like this without having money in mind, which is great, honestly. And at the end of this program, like with the university and the company, it will be the end of my studies, so I will probably be able to like sign a contract with this company to stay longer. So if I want to stop my studies at the end of the year and just start working, I will probably be able to, which is great. Like I won't have to search for a job during months and months and months. So I'm really happy with that. This was my job update. I will have to update my LinkedIn based on that. This show being totally new, you probably haven't yet subscribed to the show. So could I ask you for a favor? If you like the show and what I'm doing and you want to support me, the free, simple way you can do that is by hitting the subscribe button. My commitment to you, if you do that, is that I will do everything in my power to make this show better for you every single week. I will listen to your feedback and I will continue to do what you love. Thank you. Thank you so much. Finally, I wanted to talk about a YouTube channel I discovered this week, and I just can't stop watching the content. I love that group, the jokes and the synergy, like everything in the channel is great. I'm talking about the OG Crew, which is a YouTube group of 5 persons at the core, with some guests sometimes. They are making content like Truth or Drink, Fear Pong, or Extreme Food Challenge. There are a lot of dirty jokes during their videos. They are drinking a lot in a lot of their concepts, and most of the time it's a punishment for not answering a question or things like this. And I luckily love the vibe of the group, of the thing with like dirty jokes, drinking alcohol, things like this, which is not me at all. Like, no, okay, dirty jokes. I'm making dirty jokes sometimes, but I'm not drinking, and it's not something like I really love doing. Well, I've never done it, so I really not like to do it. They really made me want to play games like this with my friends, or even like go in the US and join a YouTube group. Like, I really love the vibe. of the group and the energy and like everything. I honestly watched too much of their content in a couple of days this week, and they are already at 1.4 million subs, so I'm quite late in the hype, but yeah, I just love them, and I kind of want to play games like this with my friends, drinking alcohol and things like this. I think this is the best way to drink alcohol, like when you're having a game with your friends, and it's like just a way to punish the loser or something like this. I think this is the best way to have alcohol. Anyway, to conclude this episode, I would like to make another point around my relationships, as I'm already doing at the end of my episodes. As I've already talked about, there has been this girl in the red jumpsuit, where there was kind of a flirt, something like this. I don't really want something serious with someone, but this moment with her was quite fun, and like just the feeling, the tension between us was really, really great. So we'll see how things evolve in my mind and in what I'm doing. And I'm also moving in with a very close friend. Well, the one who turned 20 recently and had like her birthday party and everything for the year in the city where my university is. We just got the keys of our accommodation, and it will be a very, very fun year, I think. Just being together in the same accommodation, we'll just have a lot of fun. We've got friends all around us, so we'll have like parties and things like this. It will be a very, 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 very good year. Anyway, this episode comes to an end, and as you already know, I use this show to document my life and maybe help you go through your struggles more easily. I will never advertise it, I just do it on the side of my main project, and if you love it, please keep it to yourself. It will be like our own little secret, so it doesn't blow up and I can keep my feet on the ground. Thank you for listening. Love, bye bye.